I'm Lisa, the artist behind Lachri Fine Art. It is Tuesday, so I'm here to critique one of your original paintings or drawings. If you have an original painting or drawing that you would like to submit for critique, head over to my website, lachri.com/critiques. That link is below in the video description, and you can submit your work there. Today's submission comes from artist Andy Ramirez. He has completed this wolf using colored pencil with a bit of acrylic paint for the white snow. You did such a good job. The eyes, I love the depth that you've caught in the eyes. You did such a great job with the shading there. Beautifully done. The fur, the texture of the fur is really, really nice as well. Your drawing is pretty close. Your shading all around, you've done a really nice job on this piece. So as usual, I have imported this over into Photoshop, laid your reference photo on top of that, lined them up as good as I could get them, then outline the reference photo in red, drop the reference photo out, and now we can better see how accurate your drawing is. And as you can see here, the ears are too far back and there's some issues around the mouth, but overall you're very close, so very, very good. What I can tell here is that you have great drawing skills. You just want to take a little bit more time to measure your work against itself so that you're sure that everything is the same length, the right length compared to the rest of the piece, that everything's very in proportion. I do have a critique where I talked about that and showed you how you can check yourself against yourself like that. I'll have a link pop up here, so definitely check that out. Now the main areas here, besides the ears being back as far as they are, looking at that mouth, the gums are really red in this piece, as they are in your reference photo. That's not that they're wrong, it's just that they're such an attention grabber. Having the banner at the top definitely helps so that it draws attention, so it's not just going to the gums there, but because the gums are such an odd attention grabber, and when I say odd, I don't mean in your work, I mean the actual photo. That's a lot of gum to show. So because that is such an attention grabber, we've got to make sure that every little thing in that area is super detailed, really perfectly drawn, because that is where everyone's going to look. Ideally, normally when we do a pet portrait or a wildlife portrait, we really want the eye to be the focus, but here with the wolf growling as he is, obviously the gums are going to show. That's where the attention is going to be pulled. So you want to spend extra time and make sure that is just right. So looking at the gums, you've got them too long, which you definitely don't want to do here because they're already pretty long to begin with in the reference photo. So by shortening that up, that gives you a little bit more room for the teeth and the tongue, which have kind of been cropped off. For your teeth, you've got them outlined all in black. I would definitely not recommend outlining teeth, whether it be people or animals, in any color really. It all should be different values of shadows. That's going to give you a much more realistic look. And then looking at all of the detail in general, you've got kind of that purple tone around his lips. You can do more highlighting and more details in the gum itself too. There's just a lot more detail work that I would put into that area, given that that red is pulling attention to that zone anyway. You want to make sure it's extra, extra good. I also want to point out that you did a really good job with the fur here. While you don't have as much detail as the reference photo does, you have all of the fur going in the right direction, so it still looks right. So you did a really good job there. But overall, you have really done a good job. You should be very proud of yourself. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, I have new video critiques every Tuesday where I'm critiquing your original paintings or drawings, my own speed paintings, drawings, and tutorials every Wednesday, social media tips and art Q&A videos every Thursday, and artist vlogs every weekend. So if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Google+. All those social media sites are linked below in the video description where you can keep up with news, my newest work, and see real-time clips of whatever it is I'm currently working on. This chair keeps squeaking.